Hi, welcome to the channel today. And today I'm going to be kind of showing you how I'm going to be trying to reinvigorate some of my trees that are not doing too good. That's in pots. I'm taking it that we're having a problem with fertility and not having enough. It's a risk, but they're not doing good anyway, so I would not recommend doing this because you don't want to fertilize your citrus that's in ground this time of year, because if you do, that nitrogen will last throughout the fall and into the winter, and citrus will put on a flush of growth at times. When it puts on the flush of growth, you lose all your cold tolerance. These are in pots, so if it does get cold, I can always take them inside, so that should not be a problem. First thing I'm going to do, I'm going to load up pretty heavy on these things, okay? First thing I'm going to do is I've got a cup full of urea. Now this is 45% nitrogen. I'm going to put this in here in this my water tank, I guess, trash can. Just going to sprinkle it in there. And then I'm going to take, hang there. I've got this to help mix it up. I'm going to turn on the sprayer. Just going to shove it in the bottom. And just let it fill that the rest of the way up. I really wish it hadn't been this full, but it's going to be a little while before I water this. I'm going to take, with that, once you get that full, I'm going to take both of these, fill them up, and that's going to go for each container. So that's going to be 4 gallons a piece. If I run out of water, I'll get some more. But the main part I'm going to be doing is going to be putting in Osmocote. Good thing about Osmocote, it is a complete fertilizer. I think it's got 11 of the essential nutrients. That urea's only got 1. It's got nitrogen, that's it. So we are picking up some more nutrients. So if it's another type of nutrients, that's good. And this is the first one. And it's the pomelo. It has just been struggling. You see the leaves are looking bad. So I'm going to try it. And I'm going to be real scientific about it. I'm going to take a full handful and spray on this one. Which one's this one? It's not the lychee, it's the other one. Longin. Do the same thing with it. And if we come back over here, this is my pumpkin. It done really well last year, but if you'll notice the leaves on it are small. You're not seeing any new growth on it. It's starting to drop some of its fruit, in which the limbs have died. I have sprayed it. Huh? And I turn my water off, okay? And the other one we're going to be doing this too. Let's see, that's 1, 2, 3 of them. The other longin, the other pomelo is over here. It looks better, but it doesn't look as good as it's had in the past. So we're going to do the same thing with it, okay? And then the last one is the one that just probably looks the worst of my citrus. And we're going to put this over here, okay? We have some extra. Now, we come back over here. One thing everybody always forgets about, when you look at the instructions, it always says mix the soil 1 to 3 inches, or mix the fertilizer 1 to 3 inches in the soil. The reason for that is the nitrogen on it is a gas. If you just lay it on top, if it gets a dew on it and it melts it and it releases that nitrogen molecule, it's going up in the air. So we're going to cover all these with some more pine bark. And I'll put on a fair amount. You can see a lot of them, the roots are exposed. So it's not going to hurt to have some more. And just give them a little refreshing. Now you could use, the black cow or whatever. This stuff is a whole lot cheaper. And I'm adding the ingredients different, okay? we're gonna do that one here. And I'm gonna go ahead and finish this one off so everybody knows what we're doing. And then I'll finish it off camera. As you can see, this stuff has kind of started melting down. So you do have some of that urea in it. And like I said, I wish this thing had been empty, but I filled it up and I haven't watered those stuff. So it's gonna be two containers of this, and just water it in because there's need water anyway. This is going to be a faster acting. Also, anytime you use organics, just remember you got to use a 2 to 3 week downtime. Where this, I mean, technically you need a little bit to break this stuff up, but by tomorrow it already be releasing some nitrogen for the urea. Now the Osmocote is going to release over the next 3 to 6 months. Anyway, it's that simple. We're going to see how this works and if it does work. Okay. Other thing I'm going to go ahead and go over here and show you right quick the corn, just because it's something that's actually kind of changing pretty rapidly. And this is it here. It's doing pretty good, not getting real big here, but again, they're going to be smaller anytime they got the roots like this. So if I can get enough seed corn out of it, that's what I'm trying to do. Now I will say I had a new subscriber that subscribed to me from Australia and asked which type, and it was Homestead something. And I clicked on it, I answered him, but then when I went back and looked, it doesn't show up in my wife's feed. So I don't know if they get it or not always. It's not anything that's pending that I can say, hey, you can see it. I'm not really sure why. YouTube kind of flagged it, I guess. But they do that every once in a while. Because when you see there's 8 videos on the video before this one, it showed 8 videos and you only see 6 of them, where 2 of them's hidden. One of them's his and one of them's my response to him. So why they do that, I don't know. I've never flagged anybody on any of my videos. So if I didn't respond back to you, that could be the reason why, because I try to respond to everybody. I think I pretty well have. One last thing, and I'm going to have to come back and water these too. So I forgot to water them this morning, but it did rain. We're starting to get some of the carrots coming up. So these are carrots here. That's not the carrot. That's kind of a low spot. One thing you do want to be careful of, these leaves. They can sometimes, these aren't, but sometimes they'll block the ones coming up. And this is getting too dry. Let's see, here's some here. There's one there, one there. So they're coming up. That's not one there, and that's not one there. So just in case you don't know what carrots look like coming up. So those are weeds. This other was carrots. I see that one was covered up by this leaf. So, and these are leaves that just fell from the tree. But anyway, one thing I know, this has got good fertility to it. If you look at the pepper plants, they're nice and green. So I know they got fertility. I've not added any more fertilizer to it. You might get a little bit of fertilizer whenever I go in there and water it, if I have any fertilizer left over from the other I've done. Be careful with urea. That 45% nitrogen is a heavy amount of fertilizer. But those are in kind of bad shape, so I'm taking a chance with it. We're going to see what happens. But anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.